The Arctic Ocean is a special place. It is a realm of extremes where the sun doesn't set for months during the summer and doesn't rise for months during the winter. This unique environment creates a world unlike any other on Earth. It is the smallest of the world's oceans, covering an area of about 5.4 million square miles. Despite its size, it plays a crucial role in the global climate system. It is also the shallowest with an average depth of just over 3,400 feet. This shallow depth allows sunlight to penetrate the waters, supporting a unique ecosystem. And it is the coldest, with temperatures often plunging below freezing. The frigid waters are covered by sea ice for most of the year, creating a stark and beautiful landscape. This icy ocean is home to a variety of creatures, from the majestic polar bear to the elusive narwhal. Seals, walruses, and numerous species of fish also thrive in these cold waters. It plays an important role in the Earth's climate. The Arctic acts as a global air conditioner, helping to regulate temperatures around the world. The ice and snow reflect sunlight, keeping the planet cool. The Arctic Ocean is a harsh and unforgiving environment. Storms can be fierce and the cold can be deadly. Yet, life has adapted to these extreme conditions in remarkable ways. But it is also a place of great beauty. The northern lights dance across the sky, and the sunrises and sunsets are spectacular. The pristine ice and snow create a serene and otherworldly landscape. In this essay, we will explore the Arctic Ocean. We will delve into its unique characteristics and the challenges it faces. We will learn about its geography, its climate, and the forces that shape this frozen world, and the animals that live there. From the smallest plankton to the largest whales, each plays a vital role in the Arctic ecosystem. We will also discuss the impact of climate change on the Arctic. The melting ice is a stark indicator of global warming, and it has far-reaching effects on sea levels and weather patterns. And we will consider the future of this important ocean. Conservation efforts are underway to protect this fragile environment, but much work remains to be done. Join me on a journey to the top of the world. Together, we will uncover the secrets of the Arctic Ocean and understand its significance to our planet. Let us discover the wonders of the Arctic Ocean. From its icy depths to its stunning surface, the Arctic Ocean is a place of mystery and majesty. The Arctic Ocean sits at the top of the world. It surrounds the North Pole. The Arctic Ocean is much smaller than the other oceans. It covers an area of about 14,060,000 square kilometers. That's about the same size as Antarctica. The Arctic Ocean is surrounded by land. Eurasia lies to the south. North America lies to the south too. The Bering Strait connects the Arctic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. The Greenland-Scotland Ridge separates it from the Atlantic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is very shallow. In most places it is only about 1 kilometer deep. The deepest point is about 5.5 kilometers deep. This is much shallower than the other oceans. The International Hydrographic Organization recognizes the Arctic Ocean as an ocean. This organization decides the names and boundaries of the world's oceans. Some people call the Arctic Ocean the Arctic Mediterranean Sea. This is because it is surrounded by land on all sides. The Arctic Ocean is also described as an estuary of the Atlantic Ocean. This is because a lot of fresh water flows into the Arctic Ocean from rivers and melting ice. This fresh water mixes with the salt water of the Atlantic Ocean. No matter what you call it, the Arctic Ocean is a unique and important part of our planet. It is home to a variety of plants and animals, and it plays a vital role in the global climate system. The Arctic Ocean is famous for its sea ice. Sea ice is frozen seawater. It floats on the surface of the ocean. The Arctic Ocean is covered by sea ice for most of the year. The ice is thickest in the winter. It can be up to several meters thick. In the summer, some of the sea ice melts. But even in the summer, there is still a lot of ice in the Arctic Ocean. The ice is constantly moving. It is pushed around by the wind and currents. The sea ice is an important part of the Arctic ecosystem. It provides a home for many animals. Polar bears, for example, use the sea ice to hunt seals. Section 5. Temperature and salinity, constantly changing. The Arctic Ocean is the coldest of the world's oceans. It is a unique and fascinating body of water that plays a crucial role in the Earth's climate system. The extreme cold of the Arctic Ocean is due to its location at the northernmost part of the planet, where it is surrounded by the Arctic Circle. The surface water temperature is usually around -1.8 degrees Celsius. This frigid temperature is maintained throughout the year, making the Arctic Ocean a perpetually icy environment. The cold temperatures are a result of the limited sunlight that reaches this region, especially during the long winter months when the sun barely rises above the horizon. That's just below the freezing point of salt water. Unlike fresh water, which freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, salt water has a lower freezing point due to the presence of salt. This means that the Arctic Ocean can remain in a liquid state even at temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius, although it is often covered by a thick layer of sea ice. The water temperature can vary depending on the season and location. During the summer months, the surface temperature can rise slightly due to the increased sunlight, but it remains cold compared to other oceans. In winter, the temperature drops even further, reinforcing the icy conditions that dominate the Arctic region. The salinity of the Arctic Ocean is also unique. Salinity refers to the concentration of salt in the water, and it is an important factor that influences the ocean's density and circulation patterns. The Arctic Ocean's salinity is affected by various factors, including freshwater input and evaporation rates. Salinity is the amount of salt in the water. It is measured in parts per thousand, ppt, and the average salinity of the world's oceans is about 35 ppe. However, the Arctic Ocean has a lower salinity compared to other oceans, which has significant implications for its physical and chemical properties. The Arctic Ocean has the lowest salinity of the 5 major oceans. This lower salinity is due to several factors that are unique to the Arctic region. Understanding these factors helps scientists predict how the Arctic Ocean will respond to changes in the global climate. This is because of 3 main reasons. First, the Arctic Ocean receives a significant amount of fresh water from rivers and melting ice. This influx of fresh water dilutes the salt water, reducing its overall salinity. First, there is a lot of freshwater inflow from rivers and melting ice. Major rivers such as the Mackenzie, Yukon, and Lena flow into the Arctic Ocean, carrying large volumes of fresh water. Additionally, the melting of sea ice and glaciers during the summer months contributes to the freshwater input. Second, there is low evaporation because of the cold temperatures. In warmer regions, evaporation removes water from the ocean, leaving behind a higher concentration of salt. However, in the Arctic, the cold temperatures limit evaporation, helping to maintain the lower salinity levels. Third, the Arctic Ocean has limited connections to other oceans. It is mostly enclosed by land masses, with only a few narrow passages connecting it to the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This limited exchange of water with other oceans means that the Arctic Ocean retains its unique salinity characteristics. This means that the salt water is more diluted. The combination of freshwater input, low evaporation, and limited connections to other oceans creates a distinct environment in the Arctic Ocean, where the salinity is lower and the water is colder compared to other parts of the world. Section 6. Life in a frozen world. Adapting to the Arctic. Despite the harsh conditions, many animals live in the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic is one of the most extreme environments on Earth, with temperatures that can plummet to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet life thrives here in a delicate balance. These animals have special adaptations that allow them to survive in the cold, icy water. From unique physical traits to behavioral strategies, each species has evolved to make the most of this frozen habitat. Polar bears, for example, have a thick layer of blubber. This blubber acts as an insulator, trapping heat and keeping the polar bear warm, even in the most frigid waters. This blubber helps to keep them warm. Additionally, their fur is not only thick but also water repellent, providing an extra layer of protection against the cold. Seals are another common animal in the Arctic Ocean. They are incredibly agile swimmers, able to navigate through the icy waters with ease. Seals have a thick layer of fur. This fur is dense and traps air, which provides insulation, and helps them stay buoyant in the water. They also have a layer of blubber under their skin. This blubber not only keeps them warm, but also serves as an energy reserve during times when food is scarce. These adaptations help to keep them warm in the water and on the ice. Whether they are swimming or resting on the ice, their bodies are well equipped to handle the extreme cold. Walruses are another large mammal that lives in the Arctic Ocean. These massive creatures are well adapted to the harsh conditions of their environment. Walruses have a thick layer of blubber and a thick hide. This combination provides excellent insulation, allowing them to withstand the freezing temperatures. They also have large tusks that they use to haul themselves out of the water and onto the ice. These tusks are not just for climbing, they are also used for defense and foraging, making them a vital tool for survival in the Arctic. Section 7. The Melting Arctic, a changing landscape. The Arctic is warming faster than any other place on Earth. This warming is causing the sea ice to melt at an alarming rate. The amount of sea ice in the Arctic has been declining steadily for the past few decades. This melting sea ice is having a profound impact on the Arctic ecosystem. Polar bears, for example, are finding it harder to hunt for seals as the sea ice disappears. This is leading to a decline in polar bear populations. The melting sea ice is also causing sea levels to rise. This is because the melted ice adds more water to the ocean. Rising sea levels are a threat to coastal communities around the world. Section 8. Monitoring the change eyes on the ice. Scientists are using satellites to monitor the changes in Arctic sea ice. Satellites can measure the area of the Arctic Ocean that is covered by ice. They can also measure the thickness of the ice. The National Snow and Ice Data Center, or NSIDC, tracks daily Arctic sea ice cover and melting rates. The NSIDC is a United States government agency. It provides data and information about snow and ice to scientists and the public. In September 2012, the Arctic Ocean reached its record minimum sea ice extent. This means that there was less sea ice in the Arctic Ocean than at any other time since satellite records began in 1979. Section 9. Conclusion: the future of the Arctic. The Arctic Ocean is a fragile and important part of our planet. It is home to a unique ecosystem that is under threat from climate change. The melting sea ice is having a profound impact on the Arctic and the rest of the world. We need to take action to address climate change and protect the Arctic Ocean. We can all do our part by reducing our carbon emissions. We can also support organizations that are working to protect the Arctic. The future of the Arctic Ocean is uncertain, but by working together, we can make a difference. We can help to ensure that this unique and beautiful part of our planet is protected for future generations.